Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hammered Corner. In today's video, we have another episode of my show and tell series, where I make a short video on a coin in my collection and tell you a little bit about it. A great way to watch some numismatic content, some great coins, and hopefully learn a thing or two. In today's video, we have a penny from the reign of King Æthelred II. Æthelred was the youngest son of Edgar, and became king at the age of 7 following the death of his half-brother, Edward, in 978 AD. Æthelred ruled until 1016, and for the rest of his reign, his brother became a posthumous rallying point for political unrest. A hostile church transformed Edward into a royal martyr. He was known as Æthelred the Unready, meaning no counsel, or that he was unwise, and he failed to win or retain the allegiance of many of his subjects. And in 1002, he ordered the massacre of all Danes in England to eliminate potential treachery. Not being an able soldier, Æthelred defended the country against increasingly rapacious Viking raids from the 980s onwards by diplomatic alliance with the Duke of Normandy in 991. He later married the Duke's daughter Emma, and by buying off renewed attacks by the Danes with money levied through a tax called Danegeld. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle in 1006 was dismissive. In spite of it all, the Danish army went about as it pleased, and by 1012, £48,000 of silver was paid in Danegeld to the Danes camped in London. In 1013, Æthelred fled to Normandy when the powerful Viking Sweyn of Denmark dispossessed him. Æthelred returned to rule after Sweyn's death in 1014, but died himself in 1016. Even at the beginning of his long and turbulent reign, from 978 to 1016, Æthelred II's coinage was an impressive institution. Mint places across the kingdom issued silver pennies of identical design, each sporting an image of the king surrounded by his name and title, while the reverse named both the man responsible for his manufacture, the moneyer, and the location where he produced the coin. Æthelred and his subjects inherited his currency from Edgar, who reigned from 959 to 975, and Edward the Martyr from 975 to 78, but were not content to rest on their laurels. Indeed, the reign of Æthelred saw the evolution of the most ambitious form of coinage yet seen in England. Nationwide, recoinages became frequent for the first time since the 9th century, and the coinage emerged as a potent tool of symbolic expression. It probably also attracted the attention of Viking aggressors, and facilitated the collection and transfer of tribute. So if you've already watched my other videos, you will know that the silver penny was the only denomination of coin officially minted until 1279. The coin on screen is a penny from the reign of Æthelred II, known as the last small cross type. The obverse displays a left-facing bust of the king, with the obverse legend reading Æthelred, King of England. But interestingly, I think this coin legend contains an interesting error. It reads Æthelred, Red, Rex, A. So the engraver had engraved the king's name with an extra RED, followed by Rex, King, and an A for Anglia. What a piece of history. We know they used to drink ale back then as it was safer than water, so perhaps that and the fact that many couldn't read or write had an impact on this coin die being ill-produced. Let me know what you think down below. The most rewarding part to collecting Saxon pennies is the sheer size compared to the later medieval pennies. For an avid and passionate Viking and Saxon era fan, collecting these coins really begins to ignite the imagination, especially with what's on the reverse, but we will get onto that soon. The reverse is the common die variation of the earlier Anglo-Saxon pennies, with a small cross in the centre of the flan, surrounded by the legend that tells us where it was minted and who was in charge of the mint at the time. So in the legend it tells me that this was minted at the London Mint, under the moneyer Edwin. This would allow badly struck or underweight coins to be traced back to its manufacturer, and punishments would be given accordingly. The mint master would have been extremely well paid, but carried out the responsibility on his shoulders that anything that went wrong, his name was on the coin. Punishments usually involve castration. Ouch. So the interesting marks on the reverse that I mentioned earlier are often found on Danegeld coins and are called peck marks. These would have been made by the Viking invaders, being paid to stay away, cutting into the back of the coin to check the quality of the silver that they were being given. This is so the English couldn't give them debased coated silver coins, trying to fool them and risk a Viking uprising. So although these marks may detract from the way the coin looks to some, most will appreciate the history that these coins hold, marking a time that is just unimaginable for us to comprehend. Numismatically, Æthelred II is among the top 2 most affordable monarchs to collect within the Saxon period, along with King Canute, although when I say affordable, this coin is still worth in the region of £400, although I was very lucky to win this coin in a £10 raffle. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video here on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep collecting!